Hi, this is another type of braking system. We call it as a band brake. It is a simple band brake. I can explain why it is called as a simple band brake. And first of all, we have to study what are the elements in a band brake. This is the rotating drum, wheel drum. Here it is named as wheel drum, and on that wheel drum a band is placed, which is in the dark black. There is a band here, okay, and then band is placed, or it is tightened with another fulcrum which is in horizontal position, and at the end of that fulcrum, or that the right end of that lever, we need to apply force for stopping that wheel. Here the drum will rotate in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, okay, and we have to analyze for clockwise and anti-clockwise separately. And here also we have two other distances. One we named it as A. A is the distance from the pulling or pushing force F from the center of the fulcrum, or from the fulcrum center where the band is situated. It is called as a simple band brake because the one end is on the center of the fulcrum. We have to study another different kind of band brakes. We named it as differential band brake. There will be a difference from the center of the fulcrum to the band fixed point. And another distance B is here. That B is the distance between the fulcrum center to the band fixed to the other end. And there will be a radius, we can name it as R, and there will be a tangential force, we can name it as Ft. For a clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction, we can analyze it separately. Before that, we have to study the different names or different parameters that we used for the analysis of a band brake. First one is F, that is the force at the end of the brake handle, the applied force. Then next one is Ft. We named it as Ft for the tangential force at the rim of brake wheel. Then F1, it is on the force on the high tension side or tight side. F2, we can name it as force on the low tension side, or we can name it as a slack side. F2 for slack side and F1 for tight side. And another one is theta. It is the angle of contact of the band on the drum. It's a rotating angle. Now we need coefficient of friction of the band and the drum. We can name it as F or mu. Then another one R, that is a radius of the drum. Then we need the thickness of the band, we can name it as H. And another distance that already discussed in the figure, A and B. The distance between fulcrum and applied force is A. Distance between fulcrum and the center of the shoe is B. So these are the parameters required for the analysis of band brake. Now we can discuss about the clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation of the simple block brake. This one is for the clockwise rotation as shown in figure. We can find out on the left side figure. And the force towards right, that is a tangential force. And here we have two sides, F1 and Ft. If the drum is rotating on the clockwise direction, the tight side on the left side. So we can name it as F1 on the left side of the figure. And consider this one is a slack side, so we can name it as F2. This is the major difference on the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Just compare with anti-clockwise direction. Here the wheel is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. You can see this figure. This is in the anti-clockwise direction. So the tight side is on the right side of that free body diagram, or right side of that diagram. We can name it as F1 here. And where is F2? That is on the left side, or we can name it as slack side tension. So this is the major comparison between clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. The tight side is on the left side during the clockwise rotation. Similarly, for an anti-clockwise direction, the tight side is on the right side. So these are the major difference in the clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation of a simple block brake. Here we need to study some equations that we are not familiarized in previous classes. Just study that. The tight side tension and slack side tension, we can also name it as T1 and T2, or F1 and F2. T1 by T2 we can write it as T1 by T2 is equal to e raised to f theta, or e raised to mu theta. This is the general equation we have to remember for the exam also. And another one is the torque equation. Torque equation T is equal to tight side tension minus slack side tension into radius. So we have to take tight side tension and slack side tension. We can name it as F1 or T1 and F2 or T2. The value into radius, we will get the torque. Then we can analyze for each case, that is for the clockwise rotation and for the anti-clockwise rotation. Consider for a clockwise rotation taking moment about O. Where is O? O is the fulcrum center point. This is the O. If we consider moment about O for the clockwise rotation, there is no perpendicular distance with the tight side tension, that is F1 point. Okay, so the equation will become, we can write this equation, there is F into A, that is the distance. What is that? F into A. F is the applied force and A is the perpendicular distance to the point O. Here F into A, and another one we have to use, that value is F2. What is that value? F2? F2 into P. So here we can take it as F into A is equal to F2 into B. Hence the operating force we can write F is equal to F2 into B divided by A. Just connect with this equation. We can write F is equal to F2 into B divided by A. Now what is Ft? Ft is equal to F1 minus F2. Just listen, from that equation F2, we can take F2 outside. Now that is equal to F2 into F1 by F2 minus 1. What is F1 by F2? That is equal to e raised to f theta, or e raised to mu theta. So we can write it as F2 into e raised to mu theta, or e raised to f theta minus 1 is for that equation. Now the value of F2 will become F2 is equal to Ft divided by e raised to mu theta, or f theta minus 1. Now consider this equation in our data book. In our data book, page number, I will explain that the page number. Page number 270, page number 270, equation number 13.19, equation number 13.19c, page number 270, equation number 13.19c. What is the equation? F is equal to Ft into B divided by A into 1 divided by e raised to f theta, or e raised to mu theta minus 1. This is the equation while the drum rotates in clockwise direction. And next condition, if the drum rotates in anti-clockwise direction, what will happen? For the counterclockwise direction, if we take moment about O, there is no F2 because the slack side is through the point O. So Fa is equal to F1 into B. Then what is operating force? We can write F is equal to F1 into b divided by a, or what is that? ft is equal to f1 minus f2. Here f1 we have to take the value of f1, so f1 is f1 into 1 minus f2 divided by f1, or we can write 1 divided by e raised to f theta. If we substitute this value in the previous equation, then we will get f is equal to ft into b divided by a into e raised to mu theta divided by e raised to mu theta minus 1. That is equation number 13.19, equation number 13.19d. So you please take this equation from your data book, page number 270. For a simple band break, the figure is shown in figure E. For a simple band break, for a clockwise direction and for anti-clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction, these two equations are given in our data book. So this is about simple band break. It is very important thing, and this is you have to familiarize with your data book also, then it is easy to solve. Okay, thank you.